Notre Dame returns home one final time in the regular season as they faced a banged up Syracuse team on senior day at college football's cathedral.
By Samosa, inside the 20, inside the 10, he's going in! Notre Dame has scored!
Go! You will be that driving force to motivate those coaches and those players to beat Southern Cal.
Notre Dame is relevant again.
The 20, the 10, five rocket touchdown.
Notre Dame is number one.
It's a game of who's going to flinch first. We know that it won't be Notre Dame.
Hello again, everybody. Landon Trailer with Dylan Kearns and John Richards. We are back. Notre Dame takes on Syracuse. It's a great day to honor the seniors. It's always special at Notre Dame. It's a little bit different than other schools. However, we have had a lot of senior day letdowns. And I'll turn to JR here because we've seen it time and time again. We're on senior day. The Irish just seem to not be focused and lay an egg.
Yeah, a lot of emotions at play on a day like today. And I think you can point directly to a Syracuse team who I think came into South Bend when we were coached by Charlie Weiss, and they knocked us off. I'm not sure if that day was senior day or not, but there are multiple times where this game either we have lost this game or it turns out to be a lot closer than the experts and most of the fans believe. So a lot going on this game, a lot of emotions. You never know how the weather is going to be. It's the last game at Notre Dame Stadium for a lot of these players. Their families are there. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of emotions taking place. Mm-hmm. Luckily for us this year, we have sort of a wounded Syracuse team coming in, and I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. But you never know. You've seen this team play up and down to their opponent. So what Notre Dame team is going to show up? Let's certainly hope that we have enough talent, skill to overcome any deficiencies we may have to overcome because of any of the pregame stuff. Because once the whistle blows and the ball gets kicked off, we can't worry about it being senior day. We got to go out and play to win the game.
No doubt about it. And JR, probably the most infamous senior day in Notre Dame Stadium history had to be BC in 1993. I mean, you're coming off that massive win, and then you play BC and you fall.
Yeah, honestly, that game became so large that you forget that was even senior day. Because the letdown was so large from the weekend previously. I was at that game. Yeah, you're right. That was senior day, but
infamous.
You see what happens?
Yeah.
You see what happens. And there was a lot on the line then. There's a lot on the line now. We're playing for a national championship now. We were playing for one then. And a team came in. Now they're a lot better than the Syracuse team.
Right.
But you're right, Landon. There's multiple times and games you can point to, and you'd be like, oh, no. Ooh, better button up.
Right.
Better button up.
For me, at least, Logan and I have seen a lot of senior day games. Fortunately, we've seen a lot of senior day dominance. A close one for me was BYU in 2013. Probably one of the coldest games that I have ever been to in my life. It started snowing during the game. Nothing stuck, but it was brutally cold. It was windy. We had Tommy Reese, which is really cool to see. He poured his heart into the program, and we only win like 23-13 or something. It was so bad. It was a bad game. It was cold, windy. And that brings me to the next point with Dylan. The weather has always seemed to play a factor in senior day. I remember you came in 2017. It was pouring down rain. My first year as an usher, pouring down rain, snowing. It did everything that day. Brutally cold against Navy. But weather has always seemed to play a factor in senior day.
Yeah, I was actually at that BYU game as well.
Oh.
I agree with you. Two things stuck out to me with how cold that day was. I was tailgating before the game with my baseball coach at the time, and I literally put my hands on the outside of a grill, and it was like, oh, thank God, warmth. And I went to break. During the halftime break, I went to the bathroom. I turned on the cold water, and my hands just felt amazing. Cold water. That's how cold it was. The cold water made my hands warm, and I felt some body temperature for the first time since the game started. But no, it always has been nasty. We went to NC State a couple years ago. That was also a very chilly game. Navy was a slop fest. I mean, just constantly. It's usually like wet. It's usually cold. It's nasty, but the way things look right now, it looks like it's going to be a pretty solid game.
It's jacket weather.
Right.
I love it. I mean, I don't. I
It's
mean,
like a mid-November game,
yeah,
early November, I guess.
exactly. I mean, the coldest I've been to was BYU 2013. Northwestern 2014 was brutal as well. Honestly, Navy a couple weeks ago was absolutely miserable. But nonetheless, well, listen, it's jacket weather, and it was supposed to be the return of Notre Dame legend Steve Angeli. Steve, if anybody has paid attention to the Gold Domers report for a couple of years, we have. That's been a trademark line for Steve. He unfortunately suffered a season-ending injury in an upset victory over Clemson. Man, it was brutal. He got hurt. He tried to come back in, and he went down, bad in that game. Dylan, he's a great kid, and he's the ultimate competitor, no doubt. I mean, you saw what he did against Penn State. He is 100%. We hear Freeman talk about it all the time about being the ultimate competitor. Steve Angeli is the ultimate competitor.
Yeah, and I mean this kid just showed like even in his short time at Syracuse. I mean, he went ahead and he lost the regular season opener to Tennessee. But after that, I mean, the kid came back battle tested. At the time, UConn looked like it was kind of a laughing stock, but UConn's been a pretty solid football team this year.
Mora effect, baby.
Yeah, Dan Hurley must be in those meetings too. Now, but I mean, he whooped up Colgate, the toothpaste. He brushed his teeth with them, and then he beat Clemson. So, I mean, this kid was great while he was healthy, and it's just really sad. I really like Steve. I thought that he was, I mean, he was serviceable. He looked good in his moments as an Irish quarterback, but once it was clear he wasn't going to have a place on this team, I think he did the right thing by getting out of here. He had 10 picks or 10 touchdowns, 2 picks in his limited time. But other than that, their quarterback room has been in shambles. I spoke to a Syracuse fan the other day, and I mean, Ricky kid is unwatchable, which is why they're going to make another quarterback change this week.
It is. It has been brutal. Angeli went down, and so did Syracuse. They fell in a thrilling opener. I believe that was in Atlanta against Tennessee. The Aflac kickoff game in Atlanta against number 24 Tennessee. They fell 45-26, trailed early, but Angeli lit it up. They bounced back against a good UConn team, as you mentioned, Dylan. Very good UConn squad, I think. Very underappreciated and underrated, in my opinion. 27-20 in overtime. That game was obviously famous because Fran Brown made his team do sprints after the game on the field with fans still in attendance. And then obviously, as you mentioned, they beat up the toothpaste Colgate 66-24. Upset Clemson and Death Valley 34-21. And then things went south in a hurry, folks. 38-3 loss versus Duke, 31-18 loss at SMU, 30-13 loss versus Pitt, 41-16 loss at number 7 Georgia Tech, 27-10 loss at against North Carolina, and a 38-10 loss at number 18 Miami. 6 straight losses. JR, they're not even really competing in these games.
Well, now they're bringing in, like Dylan said, a new quarterback, and he's a walk-on.
Yeah, this is their fourth
He's
string.
a walk-on. I mean, this is like scout team quarterback. So
it's bad.
They're really struggling. I want to go back to Steve. He will always have a place in Irish lore just for that run. I mean, in the critical drive that it was just to scrape out those 3 points to kind of turn the tide going into half. I mean, talk about a guy who was so unselfish in accepting and playing out his role in a time where, you know, everybody's transferring around looking for their own shot. And yeah, eventually he did that. He left and he went to go get his chance too, but deservedly so, right? You got, I mean, he was a loyal soldier. He performed on the field in the biggest of moments. Kudos to him. That I hope he shows up, and I hope Coach Freeman's able to deliver that hug. But they're in a lot of trouble. I mean, I could give you my score right now if you want. It's not going to be very pleasant for them.
I don't think it's going to be very pleasant for either one or either of us here. With Steve Angeli, Syracuse is 3-1. They average 38 points per game with Steve Angeli, 330 pass yards per game with Steve Angeli, only 2 interceptions on the year. Without Steve Angeli, 12 points per game, 170 pass yards per game, and 9 interceptions. I mean, that is brutal. You go from averaging 38 points per game. Two of those games, 3 of those games were against quality opponents. 66 against Colgate obviously helped, but wow, 12 points per game. I mean, they are just getting slacked in these games as well. Backup quarterback Ricky Collins, as Dylan mentioned, I believe I know the Syracuse fan who you talked to, benched against UNC. Joseph Filardi, third string quarterback, both played at Miami in an absolute beatdown. Now rushing wise for Cuse, 117 yards per game. They're just very ineffective in the run game. They don't do much. I believe they only have about 4 or 5 of those guys. They're led by sophomore running back Yassine Willis, 558 rushing yards on the season. We'll also see a little bit of senior running back Will Nixon with 326 yards. Dylan, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This offense, it's just sad what's happened. They have not scored more than 20 points in a game in those 6 straight losses. Offensively, it's sad, but also I feel that this is a failure of a recruiting standpoint because how are you not that deep? Because you're averaging 12 points per game and it's one player that got hurt.
Well, that one player is also controlling the offense and throwing the football. I think that's a lot can be said. Usually it's the NFL where you see a quarterback miss time and your season's over. Sometimes in college you can get by just simply because you have enough recruited depth with what you have there. But they didn't feel like they were content at the quarterback position. And it was a late transfer, really. After the spring game that Angeli entered the portal.
Right.
So Syracuse probably saw a couple practices and were like, gosh, we got to get someone in here. And, I mean, they got Steve, and Steve played well, but, this is just a product of not having your starting quarterback.
Yeah, and that I think that's kind of what we see from the portal nowadays. It's one and done. You're risking it. You're gambling all on one player. If that one player doesn't A, perform, or B, unfortunately gets injured like Steve Angeli, you're in for a long, long, long season is what we're seeing.
I think I'll step in here. It's kind of funny. Filardi is a lacrosse guy. So they got a little Buckner action going on with their program. Hopefully in 3 years he'll learn how to hold a snap. We'll see.
We might be able to beat them with Buckner playing.
Buckner might. He's a senior, isn't he?
He'll probably get some.
Yeah, he's gonna get some reps.
He'll play somewhere. He's out there plenty of times, especially special teams.
I mean, let's see, on the quarterback position. Yeah, he's our third string quarterback. We're gonna see Tyler Buckner, I think.
What are his career numbers?
Oh my gosh!
Tyler Buckner.
I mean, he played here. 22 against OSU, 22 against Marshall, and South Carolina are the only games he's played. But while you guys do that, I will talk about Syracuse's defense because it's been a very big disaster since game number 1. 32 points allowed per game, 267 pass yards allowed per game, and 163 rushing yards per game. And they only have 5 interceptions as a defense. So, I mean, this defense is really, really shaky. I think, JR, it would be good if we get involved in the pass game a lot in this ball game. I think Carr might have a little bit of a bounce back performance, if you will, against this very bad Syracuse pass defense.
Yeah, it's a get healthy, get in, get out kind of game, right? You get fat on your stats, build some confidence, develop some younger guys, keep everybody out of harm's way.
Right.
But you would hope that this is an opportunity to get the most important aspect of our look what we're talking about. Syracuse's problem. It's all centered around the quarterback. We have a healthy one. How dare us be so spoiled in asking that we're a little bit more precise and clean from there. But yeah, no, that's where I'm at too. I want to see how he plays. I don't want to use Love a lot, to be honest with you, unless we're just trying to get him to win the Heisman. But I don't want to do that. I'd like to kind of keep him healthy.
Yeah.
How much are they going to put in Carr in harm's way? Are they going to kind of keep him upright and healthy, or are they just going to let him air it out? But you guys know my concerns at that position with that player in particular, and we'll see.
Yeah,
my nerves are no different today than they were on Monday, Red.
We talk about this all the time, though. Syracuse is -10 in the turnover ratio. We talk about turnover ratio a lot on the show. They're -10. So, Dylan, really a good opportunity for us to pounce in terms of takeaways this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that could be attributed to the horrendous play by Ricky Collins.
Man, you're hard on this kid.
Well, I mean, I've heard a lot from, both sides here.
He's listed as number 3 this week, by the way.
Yes, I mean, he's horrible, like constantly. He threw for 89 yards against Miami. At least CJ could do that. I mean, it's legit. The hate is warranted. But it's an opportunity for their freshmen to go on the road. There's nothing. He's playing with nothing to lose. He's playing with an opportunity to go knock off a team that his conference has consistently bashed and go on the road and take care of business. I know it's a big freaking ask for him, but it's an opportunity for him. So he's not going to back down from it, I'm sure.
No doubt about that. We'll move on to keys to the game. We'll start with JR. Probably just keep it simple here. Nothing really special to hit on, right?
Got to control your emotions, stay healthy. I got to see 4 quarters at some point in these 12 games. Can I see 4 quarters of football?
Probably not.
3 phases, 4 quarters. 3 phases, 4 quarters. 3 phases, 4 quarters.
3 phases, 4 quarters. Dylan.
For the record, Tyler Buckner in his career is 76 for 138 with 6 touchdowns and 8 interceptions in 27 games played.
Yeah, very, very bad. But hopefully he gets some reps. Okay, so looking at what I got here, it's simple. You guys have hinted at it all show. You got to stay healthy. It was this time last year, Jeremiah Smith tweaked the knee, or not Jeremiah Love. Gosh, been writing about Smith all week and his problems with injuries. But no, Jeremiah Love, he's been tweaking. Like you can't. This is this time last year where he really had problems. Just a simple, slip up or something like that, and you're a little less explosive. Who cares about the Heisman? I had an old late basketball coach, that would talk to us about rat poison all the time. All this hype, all this outside, you don't need it. It's rat poison. Don't believe it. We had a top commit that ended up going to Purdue. He looked him dead in the face. He goes, I don't care what people are saying, what they're writing, what they're talking about, where you're going, who's in the building. Control what you can control and figure it out. So Jeremiah Love, cool. Heisman, that's awesome. Congratulations. I hope you get it. Stay healthy and don't be stupid. Don't be hurdling this week. It's the orange. Okay.
Don't start that. Don't get me started on that.
Don't do it. Don't do it this week. Save that for save it for a knockout punch.
Don't
maybe
do it at all.
We have enough depth to use it. Are they holding Aeneas Williams back for some 4-game threshold to be able to save a year eligibility?
Very, very, very likely there because he's
played a lot more last year, and he's not played a lot this year.
I like him a lot, actually.
No doubt.
I like.
I think they probably are because you're battling. you're getting Kedron Young back off NACL next year too. So they're
Yeah.
kind of looking ahead. We'll look ahead there.
Yeah. You done with your keys? I don't want to cut you
No, I
off. We
didn't
can do
only
last.
mention the one.
Okay.
Stay healthy. CJ, I've said it all year. I believe in our quarterback. All right. JR don't like him. I like him. I think the guy's got some moxie to him. How about you go out there and win a football game with your arm? And number 3, BTA. Belt to ass. Whoop them. Whoop them. And get on to Stanford. That's all you need.
Yeah, sorry, Swig. Mikey, stay healthy. I think that's one for all of us. Let Carr get going. I think then Brock just needs to open the playbook up for him. Just let him do his thing out here. I mean, this is a game you get right game. We call that all the time. And lastly, stay focused. Don't be stupid. Those stupid penalties came back a little bit last week. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Just stay focused. You got to stay focused on our goal, and that's winning a national championship. And just got to stay focused here against a poor Syracuse team. It's tough to get motivated when you're playing a bad team, but stay focused on the objective. With that being said, Notre Dame leads this all-time series 8-3. The Irish have won 5 in a row. The first meeting was 1914 at Syracuse in a 20-0 Irish shutout victory. And then the first meeting at Notre Dame came in 1961 with a 17-15 Notre Dame victory. Syracuse got their very first win in 1963 with a final score of 14-7 in a game that was played in New York City. 2003 with Tyrone Willingham. Syracuse absolutely rolled Notre Dame 38-12 in Syracuse. And then in 2005 Senior Day, Notre Dame won it 34-10. 2008 Senior Day, Syracuse pulls off an upset 24-23. 2014, yeah, both of them were Weiss. Yeah, 05 and 08.
But both weren't senior days, correct?
They were.
Oh, they both were.
Yeah. Yeah. 2014, they met at MetLife Stadium with a 31-15 Irish win. Back at MetLife Stadium again in 2016 with a 50-33 Irish win. The 2018 Shamrock Series at Yankee Stadium with a top 15 Syracuse team. Notre Dame embarrassed them 36-3. And then in 2020, Senior Day, Notre Dame would win it 45-21. And then we went on the road in 2022, a ranked Syracuse team. They were favored, and we beat the brakes off of them 41-24. First play of the game was a pick 6 for the Irish. Here is the list of their Senior Day meetings. 1961, 2005, 2008, and 2020. Good Senior Day opponent for Notre Dame, it seems. 4 of those games. 4 of the 11 matchups have come on Senior Day. 2008 was an awful loss for the Irish, obviously. Syracuse entered 2-8. We were 6-4 at the time, and we unfortunately would fall with about 24 seconds left in the game. That being said, time now for our Week 13 picks. The standings are as follows. Logan is in first place at 210-64. JR behind him, 206-68. Myself is 199-75, and Dylan Kearns is 196-78. So we're gonna eclipse 200 this week, Dylan. But you and I guess, are in a race for last. Prison inmate game of the week. I could not leave this one off the list. We have Sam Houston, 2-8 at Middle Tennessee, 1-9, 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus. We'll start with JR since Logan's not here.
What's a line?
Oh my gosh.
Middle Tennessee State, 6.5 at home with 1 win.
They're favored?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Wow.
I'm not watching in my prison bunk. I'm going to bed. That game is so bad, even the inmates aren't watching.
But what if it takes a year off their time? You think they're watching?
Yes. I ain't no dummy.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick Sam Houston State.
It's just Sam Houston. Give me,
See, I don't even know what they're called.
yeah, give me the Cougars here. I got Sam Houston in this one. Unranked matchups: Louisville at SMU, 12 p.m. on ESPN2. A very crucial game in the ACC.
This is a good game. Um, I love to say Louisville, but I'm picking SMU.
Lol.
Louisville.
Yeah, pony up, Lando.
Yeah, I'm going with the ponies as well. I think Louisville folds here and then gets a feel-good win against a very bad Kentucky team next week. But overall, just a very disappointing uh, end of the year, if you will, for Brom and Louisville. Uh, Duke at North Carolina, 3:30 on the ACC network. North Carolina trying to finish the season strong and bounce back after falling last week to Wake.
Duke at UNC.
Hoodie.
Duke, they were had a chance to be leading their conference last week at 6-4. Now they're 5-5.
Yes, they did.
I'm gonna take Duke here.
No faith in the hoodie.
I wouldn't be shocked if they won, but shout out to my guy Faber. He's doing a great job, really. No, I'm gonna go Duke. No hoodie in this game.
Give me the Blue Devils.
I'm rolling with Duke as well in this ball game. That's 3:30 on the ACC network. Nebraska at Penn State, 7 p.m. on NBC. That's what they think of Notre Dame, Syracuse. That they're not even giving us the usual 4-hour gap. They're giving us 3.5 to get in and get out of this one. This game's at 7 o'clock on NBC.
Yeah, tickle me. Give me tickle me. They're still trying to get bowl eligible. They look like the ship has been sort of stabilized there.
Mm-hmm.
They turned to their new quarterback. The defense is still strong. I'll take Penn State.
Wow. Nebraska coming in there at 7-3. Penn State 10-point favorites.
Yes, they are.
Give me Penn State at home under the lights. Whiteout, right? Gotta be.
Their whiteout was Oregon.
They only do it once a year?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Interesting take. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm going with Tickle Me Sandusky. Nebraska's just burnt me too many times. Give me Tickle Me. Here come a lot of head nod picks. Rutgers at number 1, Ohio State, 12 p.m. on Fox. Samford at number 3, Texas A&M, 12 p.m. on the SEC network. We'll pause here. Number 22, Missouri. At number 8, Oklahoma, 12 p.m. on ABC. Drink versus Mobilehoma.
Yeah, the drink is still too banged up to take this game anywhere. He might be getting out of town, most likely. But credit to Venables, right? Because maybe about a month ago, everybody was trying to lump Joklahoma into the group of, potential blue bloods that could be searching for a new coach. He's going to have to come back right now, barring like losing out. But credit to them. They're fighting for supremacy in the SEC, and they're ahead of us. They're 8th. We might be going there if things stood the way that they are. Give me Mobilehoma. And bring it on, by the way.
Bring it.
Bring it. Bring it.
Bring it.
Bring it.
Bring it.
Give me Oklahoma.
A little respect there, huh?
Yeah, government name.
I'll give me Joklahoma in this one against Drink. Like JR said, too banged up. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Number 13, Miami at Virginia Tech, 12 p.m. on ESPN. Anybody got the Hokies here? Dylan, I didn't leave this. I left this open mainly for you because you never know with you.
No.
Well, this goes along with sort of reputation.
Yeah.
And these two teams have always played close, entertaining games.
Yes, they're tough.
17.5 feels like a lot. And don't forget, they just hired a coach. So you don't know what's going on there. Are guys playing for
a little bit of tryouts?
Yeah, is it a tryout or they got one foot out the door and they're already leaning out? So you're not quite sure what to get there.
Right. Right, no doubt. We'll all go with Miami. Charlotte at number 4, Georgia, 12:45 on the SEC network. Eastern Illinois at number 10, Alabama, 2 p.m. on the SEC network. Number
Charlotte.
5,
Charlotte.
yeah.
Charlotte. And people bitch about ND.
Oh man. Number 15 USC at number 7 Oregon, 3:30 on CBS. Potential for the game of the year in Eugene, folks.
I trust nothing.
Yeah.
Lincoln right here. Is this a head nod? You got?
It very well might be. I left it open because
I got Oregon.
yeah. Dylan?
What's the health of these teams?
Trojan.
Iava's healthy, running back's healthy.
Iava, Lemon.
Lemon's healthy. Oregon's 9.5. They're healthy. I don't know. What's the health of you?
Give me USC.
Oh,
Boy, that would help.
that would help. But Dylan just probably put the jinx on us.
Give me USC.
I trust, like JR said, I want to pick USC. I'm rooting for USC this week. I don't trust that Jack. I really don't. I can't trust him in a big game. I can't trust him on the road. Give me Oregon. I think Oregon takes care of them too. I don't trust him. Kentucky at number 14, Vanderbilt. Kentucky trying to become bowl eligible. Gonna need to win at least one of the next two. But I think we're all going with Vandy here at home. Arkansas, number 17, Texas, 3:30 on ABC.
I'll take Texas.
Yeah, I gotta take Texas.
Yeah, unfortunately here, but this is one of the games that could be closer than a lot of people think here. Arkansas has been really competing in the SEC in terms of close games. Number 24, Tulane at Temple, 3:45 on ESPNU. We'll keep it rolling. Kansas State at number 12, Utah, 4 p.m. on ESPN2. Number 18, Michigan at Maryland, 4 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Anybody object? Okay. TCU at number 23, Houston, 4 p.m. on Fox. I'll stop it there.
Where's that at? TCU, Houston.
It's at Houston.
Give me Houston.
What do you got, Dylan?
Well, TCU's favored.
I see Houston -1.5 here.
Yeah, but the money line is. Oh, I see -105. Yeah, that checks. I saw the minus and got confused. Gosh, that game's on Fox. You know I like my horny frogs. I'll take Houston.
I think Houston is one of the most overrated teams in college football right now. 8-2, 5-2 in the Big 12. Give me TCU on the road to upset them. Pitt at number 16, Georgia Tech, 7 p.m. on ESPN.
Georgia Tech. Go Pitt, but who you trusting? Brent Keys or Uncle Pat and Hunch? Or you take Keys and Hayes?
I think you know my answer.
Right.
Wow. I'm going to take Pitt. I love that quarterback.
Big love fest over there. Give me Georgia Tech. Number 20, Tennessee at Florida, 7:30 on ABC.
Wow. Game here. I'll take Tennessee.
And it's the line.
I think I saw 4.
I see 3.5, Tennessee.
Yeah, I gotta pick Tennessee.
I got to gain some ground here. I'm going Florida. I think Florida wins a night game in the Swamp. They played well last week against Ole Miss. They played very well.
Right there.
Who are they?
Yep. True.
Frank.
Lane train. Number 21, Illinois at Wisconsin, 7:30 on the Big Ten Network. Number 11, BYU at Cincinnati, 8 p.m. on Fox.
Yeah, this is a tricky game here. Don't sleep on Cincinnati. I'll take BYU, but don't be surprised if the Bearcats pull this out.
Man.
Kind of a coin flip kind of a game.
I'm going to take Big 47 and Michael Jackson U.
Give me Cincy at the historical Nippert Stadium. Uh, Give me Cincy at the Nip at night.
The Nip. And,
Bearcats.
and Nip.
The Nip.
Michael Jackson U at the Nip.
Oh.
Cougars,
Hey, man.
baby.
Good one, DK. Number 25, Arizona State at Colorado, 8 p.m. on ESPN2. And last but not least, Syracuse at number 9, Notre Dame, 3:30 on NBC.
So I want you guys to think of something. Have we been winning these games because of our quarterback or in spite of our quarterback?
I saw that comment.
Got the Irish, 48. The Orange, 3.
I'm going to go ahead and take.
Syracuse.
No, I'm not moronic. I
Sweet.
think I'll take Notre Dame 45 zip.
Huh. Shutout.
Yeah.
Interesting. Shutout. You've called a shutout a couple times.
We've been right there.
True.
Have we had some historical shutouts on Senior Day? Let's play the other way. Let's go the other way.
Wake Forest in 2012.
Was Florida State a shutout? Was Georgia Tech a shutout?
Georgia Tech was a shutout in 2021. Florida State was not in 2018. So that being said, I got the Irish 55-6. I think we score a lot of points. I don't think Syracuse. Listen, you could say this. My score prediction: Notre Dame a lot, Syracuse very little. That's my score prediction in this one. I think it's going to get ugly in a hurry. That'll do it for us. We are back on Monday to recap Senior Day and next week, big week. We got Stanford coming up next week as well. That preview is on Wednesday, so be sure to like and subscribe. Don't want to miss out. With that being said, we'll see you next week, and go Irish.